Hi everybody, it's Christina and thank you for joining me. So today we're going to create some cards and we're going to use these dies. This gives you a grid effect or a net effect, and this will give you the leaves. And these cutouts will bring out the pattern in the leaf to give you the distressed look that's in the shape. So these cards are using the leaves, but to this I've added it to a stenciled background, and I've added a happy birthday sentiment on some vellum. This one I've embossed the gold card and then run stays on over the top of it, and for this one I've used a little bit of the net die, and I've done the leaves in green and gold and added the best wishes. Now today we're going to use book pages to create our leaves, and they've been also added to the net die. So let's get started and make some leaves. So from an old book I'm just randomly going to select some pages. Now obviously you're not going to use your best books, these are just old ones from a bookshop that I probably paid about 10p for this. So those are the ones I'm going to use on this card. So we'll just lay them down flat on there, and we're going to ink smoosh these with browns, greens and some red and some orange. Now to stop these from moving about while I'm doing the ink smooshing, I'm just taking a little bit of double-sided tape and I'm just going to join those together. And what we will do when we've done the colouring is put the leaves on and cut the leaves from the actual patterned paper. So I'm going to start with some paler green. So this is mowed lawn. So we'll put plenty down and we'll spritz that with some water. And then with our ink smoosher we're just going to add the ink to the paper. Now before I add the next colour, to stop these from going muddy, I'm just going to dry them off with the heat tool. Now for the next colour I'm going to add a darker green. So I'm adding some forest moss and I'm going to do exactly the same, just ink smooshing the colours onto the paper. And again in between I'm going to dry these off just to stop them from going muddy, and then I shall repeat the process with the other colours that I've got ready to use. So once you've got your papers and they're dry, you can add your leaves. Now you can add all 5 to one piece if you like, that's entirely up to you, or you can separate them out and get the best look that you want. So I've cut all my leaves out, and with any gaps that are in there that I want to add a little bit more colour to, I'm just going to use some small brushes and I'm just going to go over the colours just to deepen them a little bit more, and that will hide any of the white spots that are in there as well. So once you have your leaves looking how you want them, you're going to scrunch them up and then carefully uncurl them, and don't flatten them, just scrunch them up so once you've got them all scrunched up, I have some gold wax. This is Pebio's gold wax. I don't know what shade of gold it is, but I've got a little eyeshadow brush and I'm just going to go around the edges with this, dotting them all with some gold, and then where the creases are I'm just going to very lightly brush over the top. And I'm going to do that with all of them, and that will give me a beautiful gold effect on my leaves. So once you've added gold to as many leaves as you will need, keep the rest and they will always come in for another project. Now for my cards I have an A6 with a panel on it. I have another A6 there that's got another panel. This is going to be a DL card, and this is 6 by 3, and again I've got a panel on it, so I can use it either that way or that way. So now we can start to put these cards together. So this panel I'm going to emboss in a folder. For this card I have a panel, and I've also cut some netting or some craft card that looks like Hessian. And this one also has a panel on the front, and that's going to be embossed in a folder as well. So I've added my panels to my card, and I've managed to smudge some gold on there from the leaves. So I'm just going to make sure that I can cover that up rather than do it again. So they're going to sit along there, and we'll have a smaller one over this side, and then to the top of that I'm going to add some flowers. So we'll glue these in place. Now for this one I've added my panel at an angle. So again I'm going to add my leaves, and for that I'm just going to put in a birthday sentiment. I'm not sure yet which one's going on what. Now this one I'm going to use it this way down, and I'm going to pop these leaves coming down the card like this, and in there we'll add another sentiment to finish the cards off. So I'll go away and glue these in place, and then I'll come back and show you how I'm finishing them off. So I've added some gold mirror card to the back of this panel. I've dotted all the panels with some pearls, and those are now ready to send. So these are some more that I've created using the same idea with the leaves and the net die. These are all now ready to send to my recipients. So there you have a really pretty selection of cards ready to go. I do hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please leave me a comment, and don't forget to click the like button. And why not subscribe to my channel? Click the notification bell, then you'll always be aware when I add a new video. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.